Hey, Gardner, thanks for taking the time today.
Hey, glad to be here.
We'll get started with John McMullen and then Dave Zangaro.
Hey, Gardner, welcome. Can you kind of take us through the process of the trade from your perspective and what Howie and Nick kind of told you about coming in?
Yeah, so pretty much like last Saturday at 10 o'clock, I got called into our GM's office. Found out I'm getting traded. By 5 o'clock, I'm on a flight to Philly, so it's kind of been a whirlwind. But I just know I'm fired up to be here. I'm excited to be working with these guys, and just really, really looking forward to it.
Go ahead, Dave, and then Mike K.
Hey, Gardner, nice to meet you. We've heard so much about how competitive you are, and you come in here as the third stringer for now. Is that difficult at all, or are you accepting of that role?
No, I'm just here to, help this team win in whatever capacity that is. I'm here to work hard. Got to learn this offense first and, help all the guys in our room. So I'm just looking forward to the, opportunity I have in front of me.
Go ahead, Mike K, and then Martin Frank.
Hey, Gardner, nice to meet you. Coming from ECU to going to Washington State, that kind of worked out. That change of scenery worked out. I'm just curious, what's your take on what a change of scenery can do for an athlete, especially a quarterback like you?
Yeah, no, I think a lot of times it can be great. I think anytime you're walking into a situation like we have here with a great roster full of good dudes, a coaching staff that's, very excited about winning, that's always a good situation for anybody to walk into. So I'm just very excited to be working with these guys.
Martin and then Mike Garafolo.
Hey, Gardner, I was wondering if you've had a chance at least to interact with Jalen Hurts and Joe Flacco, and what your thoughts on them are so far and how they've kind of welcomed you or accepted you.
Yeah, it's been great, man. I think Jalen was the first guy to reach out to me, actually, just welcoming me in. Our paths have crossed a few times in the past, and, man, they've been great, in meetings and walkthroughs. They've been very helpful, as I'm trying to get up to speed, and I look forward to, helping them in any way that I can.
Mike and then Jeff McLean.
Gardner, I know it's early, but from what you've seen of this offense so far, how do you think it suits you? We haven't seen or we've been told there's a lot more that's going to be revealed come the start of the season. So whatever you can tell us, we'd love to hear.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I think there's, with the guys we have, we're going to be able to run the ball well. I think, with the way we set up our pass plays, there's a lot of room for explosive passes. And that, I'm just barely getting into it, this week one. But, very, very excited. I just talking with Coach Sirianni and hearing him talk ball just gets me fired up because, he's passionate about it. He knows it. And somebody I'm very, very excited to work with.
Jeff and then Les Bowen.
Speaking of Nick Gardner, he mentioned how seeing you 4 times over those 2 years made an impression on him. And I'm just wondering, how much do you think he played in the acquisition of you, and what has he said to you about the times he saw you in person?
Yeah, I don't know. Not much. I think the most we've talked about anything was actually when he's at Indianapolis. I took a draft visit. And we were playing horse, and it was getting pretty competitive, and I had a button-up on, and I had to take that off because the game was getting a little too competitive. And I think that really stood out. So I think that might have actually played a role into why I'm here.
Can you tell us who won that game of horse?
Dang. Yeah, he did. But, I was up, and then we started talking ball. He was kind of distracting me. I took my shirt off, and it didn't help, and he just continued to beat me. So. But that's why I'm back. I'm back for revenge.
Go ahead, Les, and then Zach Berman.
Hey, Gardner. You were competing for the number 1 job in Jacksonville. When you were told you weren't getting that, did you want to be traded? Was that, why you got traded, do you think? Or what was your outlook after that decision was made?
Yeah, man, as long as I was, there, I was giving everything to Jacksonville. I told my agent early on this spring, I told him to handle all that stuff because for a time there in the spring. You know, I was thinking about it. I was worried about it. And I realized that did no good for me. That only caused stress and anxiety. So I told him I was going to hone in on, you know, what I can control, be where my feet are. And I told him, you know, I trust him to make whatever decisions we need to make. But I'm all in. I was all in with Jacksonville, and now I'm all in here.
Go ahead, Zach, and then EJ.
Hey, Gardner, you've obviously started. It's nice to meet you, first off. You've obviously started a lot of games for technically a third string quarterback. What do you think you've proven to the league during these past 2 years as a starter?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've proved that I've played games, you know. I think I have a lot more to prove, you know, and just look forward to being here and growing, you know, developing my game, learning from these guys, and just ultimately getting better every day.
Go ahead, EJ, and then Bo.
Hey, Gardner, what do you expect the next couple of weeks to be like? You know, what's the process like catching up with the terminology and just the offense in general when you come in this late?
Yeah, man, I've really hit the ground running, studying. I'm very fortunate for the coaching staff. They've been very helpful in that, and also the guys in the room have been very helpful. Just trying to get up to speed, you know. So I don't really know. All I know is I'm going to be studying a lot these next few weeks. That's all I can really tell you.
Go ahead, Bo, and then Chris Franklin.
Hey, Gardner, what's your relationship like with Andre Dillard, and how aware are you of, I guess, what he's been through the start of his career?
Dude, Andre's my guy, man. I'm fired up to be here with him, you know. I saw him the other day, just gave him a big old hug, you know, because it's been a while. But, man, I know he's, you know, had a little bit of the injury bug. But, man, I tell you, I believe in him as much as anybody, man. The stuff we've done together, you know, I've seen this dude play some great ball, and I know he has some great ball in front of him. So, you know, I'm really excited for the opportunity to be back with him.
Do you have a best Andre Dillard story from college?
I'm going to have to think on that. I'll give that to y'all later. I'm going to have to think on it.
Thank you.
Chris, and then Brandon.
Hey, Gardner, nice to meet you. When it comes to, you talked a little bit earlier about the playbooks and you're still learning it and seeing that. Sometimes it's said that coaches' personalities are in the actual the play calling playbook sheets and everything else. Do you see that, like, when it comes to Nick Sirianni? Do you see any of his personality in that playbook?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of what you see in it is, you know, it all makes sense. It all fits together. It's all very coherent. You know, I don't think there's a lot of stuff, you know, we're doing it this way because we've always done it this way. I think everything is, you know, thought out and pretty methodical. So, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing I've seen in it so far.
We'll take two more here. So go ahead, Brandon, and then Al.
Hey, Gardner, there's a report out there that you actually wanted to come to Philadelphia as early as this summer. I wanted to ask you, is that true? And if so, like, what wanted to make you come to Philly?
Yeah, like I said, you know, earlier, I told my agent early in this process to handle all this stuff because all I want to do is play football, you know. So that's what I did this spring, and now I have this opportunity here in front of me, and man, I couldn't be more excited for it.
If I can follow up then, like, what did you like about, like, when you found out you were going to Philadelphia, what kind of, what are the positives here? I mean, if somebody's trading for you, you know, they want you there, man. So that's what, you know, I was very excited for that. You know, having met with Coach Sirianni in the past and draft prep and everything, I was very excited about that. You know, then I get here, see some of the dudes on this team. That's very exciting as well, you know. So I think there's a lot of good things rolling here.
Go ahead, Al.
Gardner, you know, coming from Jacksonville, they have a lot of great fans there, but I don't know if you can compare it to a franchise that's been around since 1933 and has multi-generational fans that have owned season tickets, whatever. What do you know about the fan base here, and what are your thoughts on it?
Man, I've just heard, you know, how kind everybody is, you know. That's the big thing. But nah, man, I love, you know, being in a place where people are passionate about football. You know, you won't find anybody that loves it more than I do. So, man, I just can't wait to get in here, get to work, and, you know, hopefully win some games for these people.
All right. Thanks for your time, Gardner.
Yeah, thanks, guys.